Today I'm going to show you how to draw the cardinal that we are going to later break down into smaller sections to cut out for collage. So this is going to be the end result, but you want to start with an oval. Now I have a quarter beside this oval to give you an idea of about what size you want to make this oval. This is step number 1. Step number 2, just about right in the middle of that oval, you're going to draw an eye. Now mine, if you'll notice, in the very middle of it, I always leave this little white speck so it looks alive. And then I traced around that eye just to give it a more of an impression. Now these sketches I want you to do softly with your pencil because some of this is going to be erased later. Next, right in the middle of the eye, you can draw a little line straight across to the edge of this oval. And I want you to draw your beak. It's not too skinny, it's nice and wide, not too long. Add that beak. That's going to be permanent. Next, right up from the beak, you go almost straight up, and then we're going to do a slight triangular shape, but it's off to an angle for his cone or crown. Again, this line right here is now going to be erased. You don't need that anymore. Here's a couple of steps I did at once. I took a line at a slight angle and drew it down. This is the original oval that you drew. This is the triangular cone you just created. About a third the way up into the original oval for the head, I want you to draw another fat oval coming down at this angle. This is going to be for the body. You're going to erase these lines later. After I did this shape, then I brought in his black mark that makes him so distinguishable. And that's just an organic shape. Right above the beak, goes around the eye, a little bit into the chest, and then back up again. I've now erased some of these lines I don't need anymore. So this is the oval for the body. If you notice down here, I did a longer oval and then stretched it out to a peak here for the wing. And then down here at the very bottom we added his tail. And I gave it a little bit of a line going up to give it more definition. So this is almost complete at this point. You don't have to do this, but I added some shading in here just to remind me that when I'm cutting collage pieces, this is going to be black or dark blue. I added the little feet. They're kind of skinny. And a couple of details in here just so that I could understand what I'm doing. Then you're going to get that tracing paper if you still have it. Otherwise, you're just going to use this to break it down into smaller sections. We'll go back to the original one I showed you. And we're just going to start drawing some lines of division through here. And you're going to, for instance, take this shape of your tracing paper. You would cut this out, put it on a piece of red in your magazine, trace around it, cut that out, and glue it down. And we're going to piece together the colors like a little puzzle onto our collage.